Wow, that art really made me think. Just like Dr. Sidnow's cellular research. Let's take a look.
So Justin, what was your inspiration to go down there to New Orleans and volunteer?
I wanted to go down somewhere where there's been a huge disaster and people are hurt and people need help and the government's not helping them, and give everything I can to make a situation better and maybe make a difference.
Yeah. So when you did go down there, what was your thoughts like? What did you feel?
I was really surprised by the amount of destruction there was. The whole city was in ruins and parts of it were not even part of a city anymore. It just looked like ground with I'm sorry, I forget what I was going to say. Yeah. Start that over again. Let's see, what else? I was really stunned by the amount of destruction there was, with the infrastructure and with people and houses, and communities totally wiped off the map, and people are just trying to restart their lives and to get a foot back on the right track, and that's why I went down there to help them, and I felt really honored to be part of a group of people that went down there and helped them and made even a small difference in someone's life in a situation, but it's as much as we could do, and
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So right now we're years into it after the event, and there's still a lot more to be done in terms of the rebuilding process. And there are students here at this university and other universities who haven't thought about going down there and doing what you did. So what would you tell them?
Go down there to New Orleans, make a difference, and it's an experience seeing the destruction and seeing what the city was, and to really meet the people who make up New Orleans. You realize New Orleans is much more than just a city. It's a culture, it's the people, and it's something that really we should preserve and help as much as we can. And the people who are down there in New Orleans now are not the people who could afford to move out and could afford to run away from the hurricane and move on with their lives. So it's the people though who are really who really do need our help, and people who are poor and people who are suffering. And as the government's starting to cut off aid down there, it's even more important for people to go down there and lend a hand, just to help their fellow man in any way they can.
Keep the human spirit alive.
Definitely.
If you had 3 words to summarize your entire experience, what would it be? Or more than 3 words?
New Orleans was one of the best memories I have of traveling somewhere in my life and helping someone and helping people.
Monica, what was your inspiration to go down to New Orleans and volunteer there?
Well, we see a lot about New Orleans on like the news, and you hear a lot about the clips and stuff like that happening, but I just couldn't personally grasp how years later there was still people in need in a country as developed as the United States. So really for me it was just going down there and actually being able to experience it and just put faces to the stories I heard about so much in the papers.
You said the word experience. What was your experience like? How did you feel?
Well, when we went there, we did a lot of work in homes that hadn't been touched since the hurricane happened. So this was years later, and there was still clothes and like the washing machines from the day they had to leave. And so the experience was just very humbling because we were going there and we were helping people rebuild their lives by deconstructing all their old memories, and just being able to be there with families and seeing their faces as we were pretty much taking apart their past and their history and then helping them rebuild was really powerful.
Memories, a lot of memories you probably would have had over the trip. What was your favorite memory?
I think one of the things that I really just experienced and remember was one of the women that we helped. Since the hurricane, she had purchased a plot of land to start rebuilding on for her trailer. And it had lots of trees and stuff on it. And when she had paid a contractor to come and remove all the trees, they only did half the job, and then they took her money and left. So she'd still been living in her car with her children, sleeping in her car, trying to get this lot. And every day she was going to the lot by herself.
If you're a Western student and you're interested in journalism or just want to see what it's like to be on television, TV Western is looking for volunteers both on camera and behind the scenes. So if you're interested, it's a great opportunity. And all you have to do is email tvwest@uwo.ca.